What is up, Radix Nation? Excited to be with you once again. It is the all brand new Perspective, new location. You've seen this before on the Curve. This studio has been completely occupied for the last 6 months filming that Curve, and now we are excited and ready to bring to you the Perspective. Everybody's out traveling. It's May. It's a crazy time of the year. I'm holding down the fort here, so I have my guest host. It's perfect shoe in. Please do that for me, Branson. Can you do the? Okay, thank you. Branson, behind the scenes, the master behind the scenes. Honestly, excited to talk to you guys today. May has been an absolute killer month. We are on pace for 350 sales in the month of May. Here wrapping up the last week or so of May. So lots to recap. We're gonna call in Dave and Quaid. They're out in California right now. We're gonna call them in a little later on the show, but wanted to hit a few things from the National Sales League and do a recap there from the month, but have some exciting things to cover. First, last week ran the Bull versus the Bear. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. Is kind of our unique way of bringing in our mission statement along with the NSL and giving an opportunity for people to go chase their personal records and then get some cash towards some stock. So on this incentive, instead of getting the new Xbox or whatever the latest, greatest prize is, it's an opportunity to go tie that in with our mission statement and help people create real wealth. So excited for that one. The announcement for those winners comes out later this week in middle of that audit now, but had some guys absolutely throw down last week. So congratulations to each of you and to the setters hitting those tiers of sets that got closed. So great job to you. Coming up, we have the Mamba. It is our biggest rep versus rep competition. There will be 2 different brackets, one for the setters, one for the closers. Wild cards, prizes along the way, vacations, golf clubs, all sorts of things. And in the end, we will crown the Mamba champion with the Mamba jersey. So excited for that one. That starts June 1st. We'll get into seeding and then the bracket play from there. So be looking for more and more announcements as we get closer to that. Excited for everyone to be a part of that. Going on this week, we dropped the video last week on the Maloof donations. This is our opportunity once a quarter to go give back. We're grateful to each one of you who give back. Radix donates 1 for 1 on your donation. So you donate $500, Radix donates another $500 to make that $1,000. And on top of that, we go deliver some awesome gear to you. Honestly, it is probably my favorite gear that we do. And each donation week during each quarter of the year, there's different gear to be won and given out as you donate. So go be a part of that. Go watch that video if you haven't. Probably one of my favorite videos of the year. So make sure you go and watch that one. Ongoing for 60 days, starting on the first day of May, was the Curve. This is an opportunity for everyone new to the solar space, whether you had been in door-to-door before or not. This is your opportunity to go beat the Curve and learn everything it is that you need to know to be the best setter and the best closer you can possibly be in the space. 60 videos were all released. Make sure you're following along with those, the daily trainings, the correlations each week. Make sure you're participating in those and the challenges that are on those videos each and every day. And then the person with the top score to be our winner this year of the 2021 Curve, and then all the different tiers for all the different prizes of the Curve over the next 60 days. We have some people absolutely smashing it that we will talk about later on in this. So glad you could join us. This all new studio, all new perspective, bringing the spotlight and the perspective into one this year. So we're going to go ahead and call in Dave and Quaid out in California. Give us just a moment to ring them in.
David Forth, FaceTime video.
He's calling. Oh yeah, leave that playing for a second. Make him wait this time. He can wait on us. We don't take calls. We only give calls. Last second answer. Here you go. All right, we'll answer it. I like your ringtone. David. Goodness, I don't have his audio, Branson. I can't hear him though. I can't hear him here. Wait, try it now.
Hey, can you hear me?
There we go. Got you.
Hey, yo.
So I don't know if you
We're
saw
live?
I don't know if you saw my post, but I gave you a sneak peek at my co-host. Did you see him?
Yeah, the red shoe.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
I've got me and Quade here. We're ready to I don't know what you guys want from us, but I can put the camera like this.
well, what we want from you, we can't get just on audio, so I guess we'll just take your voices.
It's just gonna be a voiceover, right?
Yeah, we're live. We're recording, my friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey. Well, is there gonna be any editing? Yeah.
No. Nah.
Like so far, this is all qualifies as good content. All right, perfect.
We're our schedule's so full. We're now going to just shoot everything totally raw and not edit anything. It's just like we just have no ability to edit anymore. Hey, so we just did some announcements. Recapped Mamba, Maloof, the Curve, Bull vs. Bear. Any big highlights? I mean, I hit a lot of stuff there. Any big highlights on people or numbers or just performance? Maybe Bull vs. Bear from last week.
Well, I think I want to start at a bigger level, and then we'll wind back into some of the individual stories.
Well, excuse me, I'll be on your schedule then. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I just loosened my tie here.
There you go. So if you look at it, Nick, like in April we did 200, which was a bigger number than we'd ever sold before as a business, and was a scary number. I was like, I don't know when we'll go beat that monthly record. And then currently we're sitting in May, and we're for sure going to break 300. And if we do 14 a day for the remaining days in May, we'll break 350 for the month of May, which is just gosh, it's so cool to see the overall level of production. And then you start boiling it down into the different regions and offices. It gets really cool to see. We have our three regions. We've got the West region. We've got the East region with SunMac, and then we've got California. And so far in May, California has been dominant. That region has just really crushed the numbers and been fun to watch.
To dive into that, like this month, they're at 113 signed deals this month. And so, really, they're starting to really take off. The setter closer model is really getting dialed in that market. It's been fun to see Preston and Trey and Junior and Braxton and Parker all, leading that office from the front, but also some of the new emerging leaders that are starting to perform. It's been really cool.
Yeah, give me an idea of some of those guys that have. I mean, we consistently see some of their names, but yeah, go ahead.
Thomas is the top. In that office. He's the top assister. So he's had the most assists. We have Kurt Hathaway, who has set the tempo of 10 opties in a day. Is kind of the record there. And you also have James, who. He comes from the pest control space, but in his first 3 weeks, he's done 9 self-gen closes along with a bunch of assists. So really starting to pick things up there.
Yeah, I know James was on the top leaderboard for the entire company, a week ago. So pretty impressive performance from those guys.
Yeah, James is my man. He's been absolutely crushing it. Then when you get into some of the other markets, you've got the West region that has just had a massive uptick in momentum recently, and that was they're a year-round market, so for them to kind of dig back in and grab momentum heading into the summer in a market where temperatures are hot, but just individual performers coming in, some new faces down there, guys like Jacob Shreve, that have just like come out of nowhere and crushed the last couple weeks with assists, and been really fun to see the Arizona and West markets come alive. And then with Sunmac, gosh, I love Sunmac and what they're doing. Orlando had one of their biggest weeks of the year last week, led by Ryan Lee. Just a pure dominant performance. And then you got Jay Passon in South Carolina, who had like clicked last week. I saw it. His numbers show it. He's been closing about one a day. It's just been so fun to see him like make that transition from TV over to solar. And then we got lovely Dallas, where, man, I feel like those guys have kind of come in and set a new bar for what level of performance is expected of somebody. Greg put up 11 deals last week, and he does that week in and week out. It's insane.
I think he's been in double digits for 4 weeks in a row, so he's closing 10+ deals every single week. For sure, setting the new standard of what's available at RDX Power. The other standard that's been set in that office is from Alex Wilson. Alex Wilson, in his first 4 weeks, his first week he got 6 assists, never doing solar before. His second week he did 12, which is our company record, 12 assists by one person in 1 week. Did 7 his third week, and then 5 his fourth week.
Yeah, you got this guy that came out of pest control, was a good pest rep, but the reality is he's going to make more money in a month than he did all last summer selling pest control. And it's just the guy's just the next level talent, performing at a ridiculous level. But the opportunity that he's seizing on is incredible. He's a guy I'm just like, whatever you want, take it. Like, if you want my hat, want my shirt, like, you can have it, because he's just performing in a way that is unbelievable. And I'm trying to make sure that I fit into like being a little bit better friend than Quaid. So I'm like working on that as well about him.
Yeah, love that. And it wasn't like he was an average guy in pest. He was 500 plus accounts in the summer, and super talented guy. I love that we're seeing that across our markets with these summer guys that have come out, showing the pest world how they can come dominate solar.
Well, Quaid and I are still out here on the road. We love all the guys, man. The Red Shoe Tour has just been a blast, getting out to all the markets and seeing everybody. And for me, I'm just, 350 in May. All right, let's go shrug that off and see if we can go break 400 in June.
Yeah,
dude,
I love that, Mark.
Beyond pumped for that.
Yeah, and honestly, we're pacing for it every week, every month. We keep crescendoing. It's exciting to see, and then we're getting a lot of these guys through the curve. We talked a little bit about the curve before you guys jumped on. That 60 days. We're seeing guys, obviously, in the first couple of weeks, go and figure out how to self-gen accounts, and then we've got guys that are owning that setting model and throwing in massive numbers. So it's exciting to see, and I think it'll just continue to crescendo as guys figure it out through June.
Yep. Now it's just let's go crown a Mamba champion. We have a lot of people that say that they're the GOAT, but let's go see who it really is for setters and closers. And we're going to see that in the month of June with Mamba. It's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, two different brackets to watch there. Yeah.
Let's go do some predictions. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, on the spot, who you got?
Oh, geez. I was meaning next week.
Yeah, let's see it.
Give me one more week to see how, so I can go look at the May numbers, and then we'll do a good comprehensive prediction.
Yeah, love that.
I know Dallas thinks they got it. Alex thinks he's going to win the setter one, and Greg thinks he's going to win the closer one. But man, there are so many guys across the company. I mean, to even be in the top 10 last week, you had to have 5 closes. It's just like who's really going to go through the grueling tournament and be crowned the Mamba champ.
Yeah, and the trophy for this one is awesome. I was looking at it last week. It is the black Mamba jersey. It's called the Mamba jersey. You can go find it on StockX, and we're going to go hang it in a sweet frame so you can put it in your office.
Oh, gosh, that's so sick.
So cool.
Let's go.
Yeah, some pretty impressive things. Maloof donation week this week. Any thoughts on that? We dropped the video. What are you guys'
Yeah,
thoughts?
my main thing is just like, hey, make sure you're watching it in your office. That's one of the best videos our marketing team has produced, and it really is at the core of our business and our culture. And for me, like the whole others over self and Red Shoe Tuesday, none of that becomes more real and evident than it is in our donation efforts. And I just love our salespeople. They always give more than they should. And it's just a part of who we are. It's part of the fabric and DNA of our business. And just really proud and excited to see where donations come in this week. Our first donation week of the year, we raised $16,400. I hope we crush that this week. We should. And, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out as those donations start to come in and guys are earning the gear and really getting us an opportunity as a collective group to go fight something that is just so heartbreaking and just gut-wrenching to see is a reality that human slavery can still exist in the world today. Just is completely unthinkable, but it does. And we have a chance to go be on the front lines of the cause and go fight against it and go help put an end to it.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so talking top performers last week, guys that stood out to you. We ran Bull versus Bear, talked a little bit about that and how we're trying to make ourselves unique within the NSL with competitions like Bull versus the Bear. But who are some guys that stood out to you last week?
For me, the person that comes to mind is Junior Gonzalez. Junior last year, I think he did 12 to 15 solar accounts all last year, made phenomenal money. And last year he came out swinging for Bull versus the Bear, and he had 8 signed deals last week alone. And so for me, it's like an obvious standout of somebody that was taking the competition seriously, was working the hours, and was putting in the time to go make sure he could fund that stock account.
It's one of the coolest incentives we do because it actually helps somebody build real wealth. I'm excited to hear the stories this year of, hey, this $1,000 or whatever you earned went into the stock account, and a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what does that actually look like in terms of building wealth for that rep versus like your run-of-the-mill incentive that's a new pair of shoes or whatever.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So this week, Red Shoe Respect goes to Junior Gonzalez. The guy absolutely dominated last week. So impressed by what he's doing. Him and Trey bringing a group out to California, running a great setter program out there. Just so impressed with him and what he's been able to accomplish out there. And like Quade said, did 3/4 of his production all of last year just in last week. So pretty impressed by Junior.
Absolutely.
Any last thoughts, guys?
That's it. We're just rocking and rolling at this point in the year, and grateful to finally be kind of in the studio doing a podcast and getting some of this information out so that people can watch it in their correlation meetings. And just it's the sun is shining. Let's go capitalize on the greatest opportunity to exist on the planet right now. And it all starts one door, one panel, one rooftop at a time. We can really go change the world we live in. So let's keep after it.
Okay, we got you on the camera. Say goodbye to everybody. They can see you now. Peace out,
Later.
boys. Appreciate all your hard work. We will see everybody next week.
Okay, see you guys.